Service announcement made possible through funding from the America Recovery and Reinvestment Act, One Economy, and the BBOC.
Take care, Grandma.
Okay, baby. Don't forget to let me know the second you get there.
Yes, ma'am.
My grandson always tells me I worry about him too much. And of course I do. I'm his grandma. Well, I was worried sick when he came home from Afghanistan. He came back wounded. It wasn't a wound you could see. It was a wound inside, post-traumatic stress disorder. My T couldn't sleep. He was angry all the time. He felt like he didn't fit in anywhere. Then I heard about this group, Wounded Warrior Project, people helping warriors like T. So I figured who better to help my grandson than people who could understand what he'd been through. Now, I don't know what they do there, but my T is smiling again. So I figured they must be good people.
1 out of every 5 warriors return from the battlefield with post-traumatic stress disorder. Help support them at woundedwarriorproject.org.
38-27. A couple of my students, Kathleen Flores and Janelle Garcia, just came by, and Kathleen worked the first game on live stream. Janelle Garcia, they're both young ladies, are softball players from California, and Janelle turns 21 today.
Oh, so. Great! That's a great day. Can you remember your 21st birthday?
Barely.
I'm bigger than you are. But.
And I invited us to go with them tonight, and they refused the invite.
Whoops.
They said no thanks.
And I've got to give a shout out to the girls softball team. I told Jordan Stapp's sister I would put in a plug for the ladies softball team, and they're a good bunch too.
They do an excellent job. Yeah, come on in just for a second here. Grab this just for a second. Okay. What's your name?
I'm Vashti Stevenson.
Okay. Just want to talk to you just a minute. You want to invite everybody to come out next Saturday, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's going to be happening?
It's our conference competition. There's going to be 500 participants.
500?
Yeah, there's about 17 cheerleading teams going to be there. Okay. And then there's cheer and dance. It's the first time we've hosted in 10 years. So.
Okay, well, great. Great. What's your name?
Morgan McCrary.
Morgan, all right. What's your name?
Morgan McCrary.
Inviting everybody to come out, right?
Yes, sir.
What time we get started?
We start at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Doors open at 8.
Well, Gal, we're going to be in Atchison doing basketball. We wish we would be here. But thanks for coming by, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. And good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Let's go win that thing next week, all right? Thanks, ladies. All right, Joe, we're underway. Had to have the cheerleaders on for just a second, but take it.
Well, they did a great job at halftime. Really put on a great show, and very proud of them. We know they'll do well in the conference tournament. And again, that's here next Saturday, so get out and watch that. It'll be worth your time. Now, driving inside, Baker gets the ball to start the second half as Corey Anderson breaks down the lane, missed the shot, but knocked out of bounds off one of the Vikings. So Baker, with an 11-point lead just underway in the second half, Cats get the ball back.
Again, encourage you to come here for that cheerleading competition next Saturday. Those young ladies and those young men work as hard as any athlete on this campus.
They do a great job. And now Steinleggy drives inside, pump fakes a couple times, and gets Lawrence Brown. I believe Lawrence Brown's going to foul him. So that'll be Lawrence's first foul of the game. See if that's shooting or, they're going to call that a shooting foul. Steinleggy did what you're supposed to do inside. Give that pump fake and get the defensive players up in the air and then go on up and draw the foul. And that's exactly what he did. First shot in the air, missed it.
Well, he was kind of working on that left contact. Maybe he knocked that contact loose, and his vision's off a little bit.
Well, he's 0 out of 2 from the line. He had 9 points in the first half. Missed that first free throw. He'll have one more. This one's good. So Steinleggy, the leading scorer on this team, he's in double figures with 10. And he extends the lead to 12. Now Stander for the Vikes, head of the key, tries a wraparound pass, kicked by Honore, so Vikes will inbound on the far side of the court.
39-27, just underway, 12-point lead for Baker.
Team seesawed back quite a bit in the first part of the first half, and Baker a nice run at the end to build a 38-27 halftime lead, a Steinleggy field goal, the only point so far. So now Vikes change over. Kevin Stander will inbound. Michael Connard lined up to throw in the inbound pass, but now Stander assumes the duty over on the far sideline. And I know they're talking. Look, yeah, you're right. I think Steinleggy got a contact knocked out. He's lost a contact, I believe, and he's coming to the sideline right now. So
I like guys that wear contacts, and I do. But I like how when we wear those things, how hygiene, when you lose one, you don't worry about it. You just pop it in your mouth, get it moist, and put it back in your eye.
I think at least he found it. And, sometimes you'll see guys crawling around on the floor for 25 minutes trying to find a contact, but I think he had the contact in his hand. It's just a matter of getting it back in his eye. So
he came out and they're going to work on that.
Diallo comes into the lineup, takes his place. Now Viking ball. Epps, stop and go dribble. Jordan kicks it out to Pope. Back to Michael Connor. Michael's three. This one's short. Michael gets the offensive rebound, throws up a runner, and he's fouled. So nice job by Michael Connor. Mike missed the first shot, went right after it, got the rebound, and flipped it up and draws the two-shot foul.
That's on Carter, and that's his third foul, E.J. Carter. They don't have many fouls, but E.J. has three, so Lysot's going to come right back into the game.
Yeah, and Carter really frustrated. I know he was frustrated when he picked up his second. I'm sure he's not going to be any happier with getting number three less than a minute into the second half. And Michael Connor knocks down the free throw. That's Michael's first point of the game. He'll have one more to try to bring this down to a 10-point game. As you said, Kevin Lysot into the lineup. Kevin got loose on a couple breakaways in the first half. He had 4 points. Connor, second free throw's good, so Michael perfect at the line, 2 out of 2. It's a 10-point game with less than a minute gone here in the second half. Now James Pope. James gets a steal. Now flips it to Honore, and now they're saying Vikings get the ball. Nice hustle as James Pope picked Honore's pocket in the backcourt, and Vikings get the basketball with a chance to make this a single-digit game.
Good job, and Honore knocked it out, so let's see if we can take advantage of that.
They get it outside to Epps. Epps 13 points in the first half. Jordan comes to the baseline, throws up a runner on the baseline and knocks it down. Boy, seemed like he hung in the air forever that time, flipped it in about an 8-footer. It's an 8-point game with under 19 minutes to play.
He was behind the backboard when he shot that one.
Baker sets the offense. Head of the key, Diallo. Deep on the right wing, it comes to Todd Isles. Back to Steinlage, who's checked back in. Now Anderson almost had it picked by Epps. Gets it in low. Diallo. Contact between he and James Pope, no call. Pope gets a rebound. Here come the Vikes. Epps quickly into the forecourt. Out beyond the arc, three by Stander. This one misses. Offensive rebound battled by James Pope, and bodies go to the floor, and the Vikings come out of there with it. Good hustle by the Vikes on the offensive glass that time.
Bodies crashing the floor, and Stander just went through the lane, grabbed the ball, spun out of the lane.
And I had an official and two coaches in front of me, so I didn't see most of it. But now Stander puts up a three, misses it. Honore with a rebound. Behind the back dribble, loses it, but it goes to Steinlage. Now taken away by Michael Connor. Ahead to Epps. Jordan all by himself, up and in. So the Vikings have scored 4 points in a row now, and all of a sudden we've got a 6-point game with 17:54 left here in regulation.
17 of the 33 points by Jordan Epps.
Now Baker gets it across the timeline. Anderson hands outside to Isles. Head of the key, Steinlage. Good reversal to Honore. On deep on the left wing, comes around a screen, back to Isles, deep into the corner to Anderson. Anderson with a left-hand dribble, guarded by Lawrence Brown. Now back, head of the key, Honore, almost got a steal there. Vikings almost did. Now Steinlage goes to the floor, down to 6 on the shot clock. A three by Honore, misses. Rebound Diallo, and he falls down. That's going to be a traveling violation. So Vikes, once again, a nice defensive series. They force Honore to take a very deep three-point shot. Diallo got the rebound, but he couldn't keep on his feet, so it's a turnover back to the Vikings.
39-33. Get a little closer. This is closer we've been in a while.
Epps, head of the key, Stander. A bucket here would be big. Connor lobs to Stander. Kevin back to Michael. Now left wing Epps. Epps guarded by Isles. Spins to the left. Throws up a three. This one comes up short. And the rebound garnered by Steinlage for Baker.
I don't think there's a shot he takes that I don't like, though.
It looked good. I thought it was down. It just came up a little bit short. It was right on line. Now there's a kick by James Pope on the other end as Kendall Hayes gets set to check back into the Viking lineup.
Again, this is a big ball game for the Vikings as far as these standings. Valley 4-6, Baker 5-5. So you can just about move into a tie with them. We could be both be 5-6 if we can sneak this one out tonight. So big win.
Jim Thomas checks in. Michael Connor will sit down for the Vikings. Michael has 2 points at those 2 free throws just minutes ago. Now Anderson in the left wing, back outside Honore. They'll set it up, head of the key, down left wing. Isles gets it out to Steinlage. He's 3 in the air, short, missed it. Nice rebound, Kendall Hayes that time for the Vikings. Here comes Stander. Stander drives around his man. Back out to Hayes. Hayes stop and go, left-hand dribble down in the post to Law Brown. Back to Kendall. Hayes is 3 in the air. This one lips out. And Honore gets the loose ball for Baker. Ahead to Isles, all the way across court. Wide open three for Anderson. Missed it. Rebound Hayes. So it looks like kind of like the ladies did, cooling down here to start the second half. Vikes down by 6, 16-14 left to play. Epps, low block Brown. Law spins in, has it knocked away. Now gets it back, and they said that Todd Isles knocked it out of bounds. So good to see them cool off just a little bit.
Coming in, Lysott comes in. Todd Johnston checks in. Vikings did not make any changes.
So Law Brown will inbound on the baseline for the Vikings. Now coming back in for Baker, Julian Mills, as Honore will take a seat. Now they get it out to head of the key to Stander. Kevin deep on the left wing. Epps gives it down to Hayes. Hayes, a left-hand shot inside, missed it. Nice pass, Epps to Hayes, but Hayes had the second shot in a row of his just roll around the rim and kick out. So the lead stays at 6, Baker on top. Right wing Isles, head of the key, Lysott. Good ball movement again by Baker. Now low block, wide open, Steinlage lays it in. That's what happens so many times. You reverse that ball, it opens up the middle, and that's what happened there.
Boy, he knew what to do with it. He took it straight to the rack.
Lead back up to 8, 15.5 left to go. Now there's a bad pass taken away by Lysott for Baker. Here he comes the other way. Now knocks down Kevin Stander. They're going to call a block on Kevin, and I really think that was probably a good call. I think Kevin stepped into his path. He hit the deck, but I don't think he was set, so they call that a block on the Vikings. That'll be Kevin's second. It'll be a non-shooting foul, so Baker with an 8-point lead will inbound under their own bucket.
Yeah, I agree with that. He tried to get over there, but he wasn't set.
Yeah. He had a nice little hop step and a great job of going to the floor. And I tell you, Kevin, that wasn't fake. He took a pretty good shot there. But now Baker inbounds. They get it to Steinlage. Outside now it comes to Mills. Now Mills left-hand dribble into the paint, back out beyond the arc. There's a 3 in the air. This one misses. That one taken by Christopher Lockhart. Lawrence Brown rebound for the Vikings. Here comes Jim Thomas across the timeline. JT with a right-hand dribble gives it to Epps deep on the right wing. Back outside Hayes. Hayes lob pass in for Brown. Nice pass as Kendall Hayes looked like he was going to shoot it. Ken went up with a shooting motion but dumped it down low to his post teammate Lawrence Brown. Law's got 8. It's a 6-point game once again. Vikes need a defensive stop here. Head of the key, Lysott for Baker. Hands deep in the left wing to Mills. Mills guarded by Thomas. Now Todd Johnson gets the ball head of the key. He's checked into the Baker lineup. Now Kendall Hayes steps into the passing lane, takes it away from Lysott. Good defense that time by Hayes. Vikes will try to trim into the 4-point to the 6-point lead. Thomas around the screen, back to Stander. Head of the key, Hayes. Into Brown again. Lawrence spins inside. Got it! So for the second time in a row, Kendall Hayes takes the ball at the high post, gets it down low to Lawrence Brown. Vikings within 4. This is the closest they've been in quite a while. And Coach Sean Dooley of Baker takes a timeout. So 14:05 left. Vikings, who trailed by 11 at halftime, have cut this thing down to 4.
Yeah, and good job going inside to Lawrence Brown. They don't have an answer for him in there, and Sean Dooley taking a timeout to talk about that. But within 4 points, still 14 minutes to go. The other night was all offense. Tonight's defense.
Ken, how much better is Lawrence Brown's touch around the basket? I remember, Lawrence would throw him up pretty hard early on in the season. Boy, now he's got a nice soft touch. That last ball kind of danced around the rim and dropped in. Just has really developed a nice offensive game both from the inside and the outside. He has really made a big difference with his team's recent run.
He really made a big difference, and that just opens up a lot of different things. He now has 10 points, and of course Jordan Epps leading the way right now with, I've got him with 17, so those two with 27 out of the 37 points. But defensively, we're really making Baker work to get anything off.
Yeah, and that's a good timeout by Coach Sean Dooley of Baker right there. He could see this big lead slipping away, and still up by 4, but the Vikes have made a great run coming back to get back within this thing. And how about Kendall Hayes? Kendall Hayes has had the presence to make a couple of nice passes. And that one time looked like he was going to shoot. I think everybody on the court thought he was going to, and he dropped that pass down the Law in the low block, and the rest is history.
Well, we've really fought back. Let's keep this run going.
Need a stop right here. It's a 4-point Valley lead. Exactly 14 minutes left to play in this one. Steinlage gives it outside to Todd Johnson. Johnson guarded by Epps. Deep on the right wing, it comes to Lockhart. Lockhart tries to go around Stander. Kevin cuts off the baseline, though. Now Lockhart gets it back, runs into Lawrence Brown inside, gets it and puts it up and in. So Lockhart had it knocked away, but had the presence to get it back, lay it in, lead back up to 6.
Yeah, he lost it, but you're right. He stayed right with it and laid it in. Good job.
Epps head of the key to Jim Thomas for the Vikings. JT guarded by Johnson. Left-hand dribble back to Law Brown. Law fakes a shot. Now hands back outside to Epps. There's a 3 in the air by Jordan. This one's short, and Steinlage rips down the rebound. Ahead to Mills. Mills drives inside. Left-hand flip. And, boy, did you see what Mills did that time? Kevin Stander set up in the lane for a charge. He just flipped the ball to the left hand, went around him, and laid it in.
That was a pretty move.
Yep. Head of the key now to Thomas. JT, nice pass into Hayes. Hayes with a left-hand shot. Missed it, but he's fouled. So there's that old pick and roll that the Vikings run so well. Jim Thomas finds Kendall Hayes rolling off the pick, and Kendall will be at the line for 2 shots.
Kendall averaging 8.2 points a game. Of course, just started playing in the CMU game. It was his first game, but he hasn't scored yet tonight.
Still looking for his first points. He'll have a couple right here with the Vikes down by 8. Just under 13 minutes left in this one. Hayes, the left-hander, joined the team. First game was at Central Methodist. Yep. Maybe the best game the Vikes have played all year. And Kendall is a 6'6" junior out of Houston, Texas. First shot in the air leaves this one short. He'll have one more.
I'm not saying he's the reason, but he's one of the reasons, because that's when the Vikings really took off and played well.
He's played well. He's added another good big man in there, and a big man that can run the floor and play outside too. And second shot in the air, got it.
Another big reason, of course, is Lawrence Brown's offensive touch. His scoring has really helped.
Exactly. So Hayes knocks down 1 out of 2. The Baker lead down to 7. A little pressure by the Vikings in the backcourt. Now Johnson gets it across with a left-hand dribble. Picked up there by Stander. Takes it to the left wing. Now gets it head of the key, Lyside. Reverse it over on the right wing to Lockhart. Lockhart guarded by Thomas. They want to go to Steinlege. Steinlege knocks a couple of bodies out of the way, and now Baker throws it out of bounds, but they say one of the Vikings tipped it, so Wildcats will keep the ball.
Pretty good move there by Julian Mills. He saw one of the Vikings tip that ball, and he reached for it and pulled that arm back because he wasn't going to catch it. But
did Mills make a great move a minute ago on that left-hand layup? And now they're saying that Kendall Hayes knocked it out of bounds. Kendall trying to contest the inbound pass. Vikes thought maybe it went back off of Mills' leg, but Baker will retain possession. Now get it into the corner. Lysot double team down there. Now gets it out head of the key to Steinlege. Sean Dooley yells out instructions to Baker, first-year coach. Mills pulls up for a jumper. This one goes down. And, boy, a couple of big buckets by Julian Mills as he knocks down about a 15-foot jumper, lead back up to 9. And I see over on the far side, you know who's leading the cheers for Baker over there? It's Rashida Simpson, the big girl who did so well in the had 17 rebounds in the girls' game. She came to her feet on that last shot. Now Stander drives inside, and he's fouled.
By Mills, I believe. That's his second.
So, nice job by Kevin that time. Got the ball and went crashing into the middle, and he's hammered. And they're going to say, I think Kevin thought that was a shooting foul. They're going to call that a non-shooting foul. So Vikes get it in under their own bucket. Lawrence Brown will inbound.
They have 3 fouls. We have 2.
Now, little collision out there. No call as Stander gets the ball. He and Julian Mills collide out around the head of the key. Now Stander drives hard inside off the glass. A little too strong. Offensive rebound, Lawrence Brown. And I believe Lawrence is going to be fouled. I think that's going to be on Kevin Lysat. So nice job on the offensive glass as Lawrence crashed in there on the miss by Sander. And that foul will come up on Lysat. That'll be his first. Again, it'll be a non-shooting foul, but that's the 4th team foul here this half on Baker. We've got 11:46 to go. It's a 9-point Wildcat lead. Epps inbounds to Thomas. JT's jumper in the air, got it. So Jim Thomas, that's a 2-pointer, knocks down a jumper. He's got 7. Baker lead cut to 7. Now Mills brings it across, hounded by Epps. Head of the key, Lysot, deep on the left wing to Johnson. And now going to call a pushing foul underneath, away from the ball, and I think that's going to be on Lawrence Brown, I believe. Yeah, Law gets whistled with a foul, his second, as he and Steinlege looked like they were going at it pretty fiercely in there.
47-40, 11:29 to go. Boy, possessions are very valuable in a low-scoring game like this, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They sure are. And Baker at inbounds. Mills looking, gets it to Lysot. Lysot, double team. Now ball taken away, Lawrence Brown. Good defense by the Vikings. They execute the double team well there. Behind the back dribble, Stander. Now Kevin, they're going to say Kevin walked with it. Yep.
Trying to get it to Epps, and he just a little indecisive and took a little step. And then Epps knocks down a three, but it won't count.
So Baker gets the ball back. They lead it by 7. We're down to 11-18 here in regulation. Vikes were down by 11. They've gotten within 6 here in the second half as they keep clawing back. Need a stop right here. Steinleggy and Lawrence Brown really been going at it on both ends of the court. Mills now guarded by Epps. Spins out beyond the circle. Comes around a screen in the middle. Nice move. Ball fake on Kendall Hayes. Throws it up. Missed it. I think Kendall maybe got a piece of it. Battle for the loose ball on the floor. About 4 bodies on the floor. And
I don't want to be down
who recovered that fumble? They're trying to unpile the bodies down there to see who has possession.
Well, it's going to be a tie there. Lysot, it's going to be Viking ball.
You ever watch those pile-ups in football? You've got 10 guys piled up, and you know that ball probably changes hands 4 or 5 times from the first recovery.
Don't want to be at the bottom of those piles. 47-40, but the Vikings get it back.
Okay, Kendall Hayes to inbound for the Vikings. Brody Thompson will bring it up. Now, Jordan Epps comes back to take the ball. He'll walk it across the timeline. Vikes trying to cut into this 7-point lead. Head of the key, Hayes. Hayes is 3 in the air. This one lips off the back iron. Lawrence Brown keeps it alive with a tip, but it goes to Lockhart for Baker. Mills quickly into the forecourt. Oh, a nice pass to Steinlage. He misses a wide open shot, and that's the most open shot he's had today, and he missed it.
Yeah, he thought there was going to be some contact. There wasn't. He just missed it.
Head of the key, Hayes for the Vikings. Vikings, Hayes into the lane, up off the glass, missed this one. Rebounded Diallo. Here comes Mills. This game really picking up tempo now. Diallo, head of the key, right wing to Lockhart. Lockhart skips it head of the key to Steinlage. Hands back to Mills. Anderson ball fake. Down to 19 on the shot clock. Now Mills goes baseline. Hands back to Diallo. Steinlage reverses it right wing. Anderson a shot out of the corner. Miss. Rebound Brody Thompson for the Vikes. Here comes Valley. Oh, nice pass inside. It bounces off the leg of Lawrence Brown. Great pass that time from Brody Thompson as he caught Law streaking down the lane, but Law couldn't quite get the handle on it, so turnover back to Baker.
Law says, hey, good pass, give it to me there again. He just couldn't quite handle it. We have a timeout here. Missouri leading Vanderbilt 61-41. They're playing at home. Talk about low-scoring games today. Look at this. This is how in the world is an NCAA Division I basketball game? Wisconsin beats Minnesota 45-44.
Wow.
That's like something out of the 40s.
It's a Missouri game. Missouri game's still going, isn't it?
Yeah, Missouri's winning at home. They're at home.
How much time left?
Oh, a bunch of time. I think 10 minutes, something like that. Missouri is just a totally different team at home than they are on the road. So the Vikings take that time out here. 9:43 to go. It's 47-40. As Baker with a lead. Neither team has been able to score for quite some time here. And this is a huge game in these standings as we are well into the second round of games in the conference. Women's game today won by Baker. Glad to have you with us. Stretch Internet and also livestream.com. A wonderful television production crew. Chaz Matty not here today. He's at the Mizzou game working there. So our television production students are directing and working the camera and doing a heck of a job. All right, let's see. The ball belongs to Baker. As E.J. Carter inbounds it and gets it into Honore. Honore skips the pass across to the left side to Isles. Isles will hold it. Back it comes to Diallo. Back to Honore, 47-40. Vikings still chasing. Good game, 9:26 to go. Isles skips it into the corner. 14 on the shot clock, 9:20 to go in the game. Honore out front, 8 on the shot clock now. Now back to Anderson. Back to Honore, down to 5, down to 4. Honore, long 3, hits the rim, but it won't go down. Rebound Epps. Epps grabs the rebound, races down court, drives right side. He loses it on the way up from the free throw line. and it's picked up by Baker. Honore now, he's going to be called for a walk at midcourt as he was bothered by Brody Thompson. So you're right, this pace is picking it up.
Yeah, it really is. Both teams really exchanging ends of the court, and it's still a set. We've been stuck on 47-40 for quite a while. Yeah, it's down to under 9 minutes, 8:56, so we're past the halfway point of the second half. So good time for the Vikes to make a run.
Yeah, it did 47-40 for quite a few possessions.
Now Thompson brings it across, hands it outside Epps. Epps head of the key, Pope. If we say that, the Vikes will score. You know it. Now Thomas around a pick. Left wing, deep for Thompson. Thompson to the baseline, back to Thomas. Reverses it to Epps. Epps stop and go, backs out on, guarded by Johnston.
Lawrence Brown is just about ready to fall over. He's so tired.
Now 3 by Epps. Got it! Knocked it down as Jordan Epps knocks down. That's the first bucket in probably the last 3 or 4 minutes, and Jordan Epps buries it. Closest the Vikings have been in quite a while. It's a 4-point game with 8:17 left. Need a stop right here, Kenneth.
20 points now for Mr. Epps.
Now Johnson deep on the right wing to Anderson. Now they get it ahead of the key to Carter. He's playing with 3 fouls, E.J. Carter. Vikes playing pretty good D right now, really playing that man tough as we're down inside of 10 on the shot clock. Honore guarded by Thomas. Now back between the 2 circles, 4 on the shot clock. Honore, nice spin as he flips it up, swatted by Lawrence Brown. I think that's going to be a shot clock violation. So, boy, great defense by the Vikings. It would have blocked to cap it off by Law Brown.
Yeah, Lawrence Brown went up, swatted it away, and the official said shot clock violation. Good call, another great defensive stand, and now the Vikings can get a little closer, down by 4.
Here was Baker standing out here 35 feet from the bucket with only 4 seconds left. I mean, the Vikes just did not allow any penetration at all that time. And Honore made a great move to get in the middle, but Law Brown said, get that out of here. 47-43, Vikes closest they've been since early in the first half. Or not early in the first half, I guess late in the first half. Now Law Brown. Law back outside now, looking for help, gives it to Epps. Epps just hit a 3 just a minute ago. Left-hand dribble, stop and go, pulls up for the J. This one a little bit short. You know, this Baker team does a good job screening out.
Great job. A good shot again by Epps. Like I said, any shot he takes, it seems like it's a good one.
Honore now hounded out there by Brody Thompson. Gets it back to Anderson. Now they get it to Isles, and he's fouled, and they're going to call Lawrence Brown, I believe, for reaching over the back. If that's the case, that'll be Law's 3rd foul.
But neither team in the 1-and-1 yet. In fact, both teams with just 4 fouls.
Yeah,
Kendall Hayes will come in.
We're quite a ways away from shooting free throws here. So Hayes comes in, Brown comes out. And Baker, it's their ball. They lead at 47-43.
Lawrence didn't want to come out, but my goodness, he played hard.
Hayes played well, played very well. Now long pass out to E.J. Carter as Baker sets the offense with a 4-point lead. Now driving inside, nice move that time as Todd Isles takes it all the way to the rack, lays it in with the left hand. And once again, it's a 6-point game. We're under 7 minutes.
Well, they were on 47 for a long, long time.
Yes, they were. They sure were. Now Thomas, left-hand dribble, right wing, Brody Thompson. Thompson spins to the baseline, tries to go, cut off there by Steinlage, and now they say, I think Steinlage tapped it back off Brody Thompson's leg, so the ball out of bounds off the Vikings. It goes back to Baker.
Boy, they play good defense, and that was weak side help, and they just did a great job of getting in that double team.
Steinlage's a very fundamentally sound player. He plays hard. Good pressure by the Vikings, but Steinlage gets it across. Now back between the circles to Honore. Right wing to Anderson. Guarded there by Epps. Comes around a screen with a left-hand dribble. Hands it back to E.J. Carter. Down in the corner, a 3 out of that corner. Missed it. Ball tapped around. That 3 was taken by Honore. Here come the Vikes. Brody Thompson now has it knocked away, now taken away by Honore. Brody trying to hit somebody on the wing, lost the handle, and Baker gets it back with a 6-point lead.
And 6 minutes to go.
Honore, stop and go dribble, head of the key. There's a long 3 by Anderson. This one misses. Rebound, Jim Thomas. Vikes playing that good defense. That was a pretty deep 3 that time.
They hit 6 of them in the first half. I don't think they've hit 1 here in the second half.
Now right wing, it comes to Epps. Epps spins. Now brings it back out beyond the arc. Left wing to Jim Thomas. Thomas comes around a pick, throws up a left-handed 3, got it. JT knocks down a three, and just like that, the Vikings, it's a one-possession game, 49-46, 5.5 to go. Now Honore comes across, head of the key, Steinlege. Steinlege gives back outside to Isles. Isles deep on the wing to Anderson. Anderson low block, Steinlege guarded by Pope. Steinlege over the top, missed it. Rebound, Jim Thomas. Vikes can tie with a three here. JT backs it now between the circles. Comes the left-hand dribble, gives it outside to Epps. Epps double team. Now they're going to call a foul, I think, on Honore, and he gives the official kind of a funny look with those eyes, but that's going to come up on Jordan Honore, and I think it's his first foul of the game.
His first foul, and the 15th foul on Baker. The Vikings only have 4.
Hey, when you play as hard as he does, and you only got 1 foul, smile.
Yeah, smile. That's fun.
All right, Vikings inbounds. It's 49-46. Baker has led since midway through the first half, and Vikes very close right now. They can tie this thing with a tray here. Stander now gets it down to the baseline. Shot goes up. I couldn't tell who put that up. I was blocked out. Post. James missed it. Steinlege the rebound. Now Baker will walk it across with a one-possession lead. Mills. Right wing Anderson. Steinlege and Stander really going at it down there. Now they get it to Steinlege. Now back outside. They want to reset the offense with 14 on the shot clock. Mills left wing Isles. Isles down Steinlege. Steinlege guarded by Law Brown, who's back in. And now Mills, they're going to say he shuffled his feet, I think, as he took off.
I think they're going to say that Kevin Lysott.
Well, they call a push-off. All right,
yeah.
Called illegal screen. I thought they were going to call traveling, but they call a push-off on Lysott. So that'll be team foul number 6. So Vikings will be in the 1-1 the rest of the half. Vikes have only committed 4 team fouls themselves, I guess is proper.
And boy, have we have held them. They've had that one field goal for a long time.
Okay, Vikes can tie it with a 3 here. It's a one-possession game. Stander outside. Down low, Law Brown goes in on Steinlege. Missed it. Rebound, Steinlege comes down with it. Law Brown, a good look that time, and that ball just barely lipped off the front of the rim.
Steinlege is a player, isn't he?
Yeah, but good job by the Vikes getting the ball inside. Left wing, Isles for Baker. Still a 3-point Wildcat lead. 3:51 left. Right wing to Mills. Mills guarded by Thomas. Skip pass Isles. Isles picked up by Stander. Baseline, almost lost possession. Now they say Stander bumped him as he drove down that left side. So Kevin Stander, I believe, picks up his 3rd foul. And again, that's only the 5th team foul on the Vikes, so it'll be a non-shooting. Isles uses that left hand pretty well.
Yes, he
does. He's going down that side 2 or 3 times. I think he's right-handed, but he's what do they call it, ambidextrous?
Ambidextrous.
Now they throw it into the backcourt. Lysott runs it down there. Viking fans saying he touched it in the front court. I think they're saying he touched it before it went back, but no call. Lysott head of the key, right wing Isles. Isles guarded out there by Stander. Kevin right in his face. Now they get it to Steinlege deep on the left wing. Anderson for a 3. Got it.
Ooh, that's big.
So Corey Anderson steps up, knocks down a 3. He's a veteran. He's in double figures now with 10. As the crowd's kind of trading barbs back and forth. Now the Baker women on the far side getting into it now too. Now Thomas outside. JT goes the left hand, loses his footing. They're going to call a travel.
Yeah.
So JT had a step on the defender, but somehow something, his foot went out from under him, slipped and went to the floor, and that'll be a violation as Baker gets it back. 3:05 left. It's a 6-point Wildcat lead.
I'll tell you what, a low-scoring game like this, these possessions are so important.
Yeah, they really
you're not
are.
going to have that many more of them.
No, you're not. Now pressed by the Vikings. James Pope gets it, and Steinlege knocks him down. Great play by Pope. Is with a double team. James got a hand on the ball, and Steinlege out of frustration.
Isles
called on Isles. Yep, they called on Isles, so that'll be Isles' first foul. But nice hustle that time by JP, and it should be a 1-1.
Should be a 1-1. Stops the clock. 3:01 to go. 52-46. Baker with the lead.
James Pope, is this James' first trip? He's been pretty quiet tonight, only 2 points, and he's been a double-figure scorer in a lot of the Vikings' recent games. He'll have a 1-1 right here to try to hopefully make this a 4-point game. Now one of the officials having a conversation with Chad Lance. Again, Chad and Sean Dooley of Baker both decked out in tennis shoes today as it's Coaches Against Cancer, a very worthwhile cause. And now I guess they're saying I guess with that being an offensive foul, I guess they're saying it's an offensive foul, but no free throws. So Vikes get the ball nonetheless as they get it to Stander. Kevin pulls up for a jump shot, missed it. Offensive rebound, Lawrence Brown. Law inside, spins. They're going to call him for a walk. Yeah. So a nice job on the boards. Law Brown. Law is convinced he's going to take that thing to the rack, but shuffled his feet inside. Turnover ball back to Baker.
Uncharacteristic. Kevin Stander does not have a field goal. Only 1 point for Kevin in this ball game.
Yeah, usually you count on him hitting a couple threes and knocking several J's down, but pressure by the Vikes now. 52-46, 2:49 left. Good pressure, and Lyside walks. Great job by the Vikings as they double-team Kevin Lyside. Boy, Ken, that Viking press has played big dividends the last two possessions for Baker.
And if I'm Coach Dooley, I ask my guards, where were you? Why is Lyside bringing that ball?
Guess what? I've got the game ball, right? I'm not going to give it back. All right, here you go.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
This tree was never chopped down because this crutch never needed to be carved, because these legs never grew weak, because this child never got polio. Over the past 20 years, Rotary Club members have helped immunize over 2 billion children against polio. Now we are on the brink of eradicating this crippling disease once and for all. But we need your help. Thanks to an historic matching grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, every dollar Rotary raises will work twice as hard to make sure vaccines reach the people who need it, to protect the children of the world against polio forever. This is an opportunity to end polio now. Visit rotary.org/endpolio. Rotary, humanity in motion.
Well, we're going to go right down to the wire here. 2:46 to go. 52-46. Baker with the lead. Vikings with the ball.
Viking basketball. Jim Thomas, James Pope, Lawrence Brown, Jordan Epps, and Kevin Stander, the five on the floor for the Vikings right now. They get it into Stander. Man-to-man D by Baker. Stander picked up by Mills. Kevin gets it head of the key to Epps. Epps drives in quickly into the paint, flips it up, missed it. Rebound underneath. Lawrence Brown got it. Good hustle. And boy, Law Brown's done a great job on the offensive glass. Give him 12 points. It's a 4-point game. Now Baker gets it ahead to Anderson. He drives on Stander. Missed it, but Steinlage there to tip it in.
Baker wanted a goaltend, didn't get it, but Steinlage was there to tip it in anyway.
Good play by Kevin Stander. He distracted Anderson. Anderson missed the first shot, but Steinlage cleaned it up. So it's back to a 6-point game, nearing the 2-minute mark. Now Anderson gets a steal for Baker. Now he wisely backs it out. So the Cats get a turnover right there.
Big turnover.
Now Mills, guarded by Epps, pushes off, got away with it. Pushed off on Jordan that time. Now Stander all over Anderson outside. Anderson around a pick, gets it back to Lysott. Now timeout as Coach Sean Dooley wants to talk things over. 1:46 left. It's 54-48 Baker. They've led since midway through the first half. Vikes have gotten as close as 4. Now it's 6.
I mean, it's a 2-possession game, and the way these teams are taking the shot clock down, I'll tell you what, it's a huge possession here. If they score again, go up by 8, it's tough. This is going to be a big 16 seconds coming up.
Well, and I'll tell you, Ken, people are going to look at this score and say, boy, neither one of those teams could shoot very well, but these teams have both played very good defense. I mean, you play good defense like that, and this Baker team and Valley both, they bring that defense night after night. You win. Yeah, I've heard good coaches say there are going to be nights where you can't shoot, but a good defense ought to be good every night.
And these two teams are getting after. Jordan Epps leads the Vikings. He has 20. And let's see, Lawrence Brown has a dozen. And then Jim Thomas, he has 10. Other than that, Stander with a point. Cooper has 2.
James Pope with 2.
Pope has 2, and Hayes just has 1.
Yeah, it's been, and boy, Epps, what a start he got out to. 13 points in about the first 5 minutes of the game, and another 20-point performance for him. So this will not hurt his average in any way, shape, or form. So let's see if we can get a W here. Let's have a good last 1:46, see if we can pull this one out and
got to have the ball.
Move into a tie with Baker in the conference race. That'd be great.
Big possession here.
Mills to inbound, gets it into Lysette, hands it back to Mills, almost walked with it. Double team by the Vikings. Now Mills calls a timeout. So nice double team as James Pope and Jim Thomas had Julian Mills wrapped up at midcourt, and he wisely took a timeout.
So good job as 54-48, 1:40 remaining. And now you're only 10 seconds on the shot clock. Boy, that was good defense. The Vikings
very
just
good.
pushed them out to midcourt. Nothing they could do but call time.
You know, the Vikings forced 2 turnovers here not that long ago here in the backcourt. Got the James Pope knock away, and then they forced Lyside into walking minutes ago. So, yeah, Vikes, a good stop. And let's see if we can get a stop here. 10 seconds on the shot clock, so Baker's going to have to get something going pretty quickly. With 1:40 left on the game clock, it's a 6-point game.
10 seconds.
We'll be off next Thursday. Normally we play every Thursday, every Saturday, but no game Thursday. Our next broadcast will be next Saturday as the men and women Vikings will be in Atchison, Kansas to take on Benedictine. Don't forget that big cheerleading tournament next week. It'll be here, the conference tournament, Harbor America tournament. Coach Kristen Liming and her bunch will be informed, so come out and watch them. They do a great job. And I just hope you can find your way to Benedictine this time. You kind of took us on the scenic route last time, didn't you?
We'll make it. We'll make it one way or the other.
We drove about, how many miles we drive out of our?
Probably 50 miles out of the way. But at least they got there.
Yeah, we got there. They got there before the game.
One of the officials was in a cornfield.
Yeah, we came out better in that deal. Okay, Baker's ball. Right wing. Deep three by Lockhart. This misses, but an offensive rebound. Corey Anderson underneath, and he spins it outside to Steinlege. So a big offensive board as Lockhart missed the three. Now they get it on the right wing, right in front of the Baker bench. Now he hands it outside Anderson. They want to run as much clock as they can. 21 seconds on the shot clock, and now Stander bumps into Julian Mills. And again, that's only the 6th team foul on the Vikings. That's 4 on Kevin Stander, but still Baker not in the 1-1 yet. They will be from now on. We're down to 116. It's a 6-point game.
Boy, that was a huge offensive rebound. Now, got to have a stop here. Got to have a stop.
Now they inbound. Vikes look for the double team, and now James Pope reaches around and fouls Julian Mills. That'll be James's first foul, I believe. And that's going to put Mills on the line for a 1-1 as the Vikings now over the limit.
Let's see, on the year, Mills looking for his free throw shooting. He is a 67% free throw shooter. 37 out of 55. As a team, they shoot 71%.
Yeah. Julian Mills at the line. He'll have a 1-1 here. It's a 6-point game. Still 2 possessions. Shot in the air. Missed it. Rebound, Kevin Standers. The Vikes dodge the bullet there as Mills misses the front end of a 1-1. So Vikes will come down, try to make it a 1-possession game. Now Stander loses the handle, taken away by Mills. 3-on-2, and now they call another block on Kevin Stander as he steps in front of Julian Mills. And boy, that was a very close once again as he runs over, and I guess Kevin's just fouled out of the game.
1 point for Kevin. That was very, very close. Could have went either way.
Yeah, Kevin stepped into that lane as he does so well, and I tell you what, he's fearless. I mean, he's not going to back down from anybody, and stepped into the lane. I think once again the official said, I guess he wasn't set. I guess that was at least the way they saw it.
I'm really kind of surprised they took that in. I'm kind of surprised they just didn't bring that back out, run some more clock, because you're down to a minute, and they've got a 2-possession lead, but they thought they had the 3-on-2, and they'll be at the free throw line.
101 left, and I think it's Julian Mills. I think he's the guy that's going to be back there again. He missed the front end of a 1-1 a minute ago. 101 left, a 48 or 54-48 Baker lead. Mills strolls back to the line, but Kevin just fouled out. Kevin, 1 out of 2 from the line today, 1 point, but boy, he's a scrappy player.
Well, Mills missed his last one. Let's see.
Let's see.
Thinking about it now.
Do one more. Miss one more. Let's do it again. Shot in the air, got it this time. So Mills knocks down the first one. He'll have one more. He's got 5 points in the game. It's now a 2-possession game. He'll try to make it an 8-point. He'll try to make this an 8-point lead. Second shot in the air, got them both. So Mills knocks down both. 101 left. It's an 8-point lead. So Vikes need a bucket here. Thomas brings it across. Deep in the left wing. Kendall Hayes, a jump shot. This one misses. Rebound. Mills gets a rebound, loses it out of bounds. So Vikes will keep the ball.
Yeah, he tried to call a timeout. They said, no, you don't have control of the ball.
No way he called timeout on that.
Yeah, so 52.6 seconds.
Vikes need a bucket. Kendall Hayes to inbound. Under Vikes in their own court, their own bucket. Need a bucket here badly. Outside Epps, a 3. Got it. But Jordan Epps give him 23 in the game, lead back down to 5, 50.9 seconds left.
Who else you want with the ball?
Oh, he Mr. Money in the Bank. Now pressure by the Vikes. Steinleggy. Baker having a little trouble getting it across. Time's got to be running out. They finally get it ahead to Diallo. Now he gets it outside to Jordan Isles, or Todd Isles. And now Jim Thomas reaches around Todd Isles with 37.6 seconds left. A 5-point Baker lead. That's going to put Isles on the line. It'll be a 1-1 as that's the 9th team foul on the Vikings.
Isles, 28 out of 34, 82% on the year.
So everything else from now on, every other Viking foul will be 2 shots from this point on. This one's a 1-1. As Isles, with 7 points in the game, hits the first one. He's very quietly played a good game today.
Yes, it's a good team.
He'll have one more.
There's nobody on this team you'd say he's a superstar, but
no,
it's just good
they play well together. He's a senior. Shot's good. So Isles knocks down both free throws. The lead back up to 7 with 37 seconds left. Epps quickly into the forecourt. Jordan all the way to the rack. Now loses the handle. Ball knocked away by Lockhart. Ahead to Mills. Mills takes it inside. A two-hand stuff by Besa Diallo as he puts it away, and the Baker faithful come to their feet with 25 seconds left with an 11-point lead. Inside Law, Brown up and in for the Vikings. So nice job. Vikes didn't panic. They take their time, get it into Law. He's got 14. It's a 7-point lead. I think I said 11 a minute ago. It was a 9. My math's getting pretty fuzzy here. I said 9. It's only 7, and there's a foul in the backcourt. 60-53. Baker leads it with 20.5 seconds to go.
It's not out of the question, but getting very difficult now.
Mills at the line.
If he knocks these down.
Mills will have 2 shots now. Vikes are over the double bonus limit, so he'll have a couple here. First shot's in the air. Missed it. So Vikes dodged the bullet on that first one. Let's see if we can get him to miss one more. It's a 3-possession game now, 7-point game, but 20 seconds can be a long time. Second shot, got it. So it's 8 points. The lead as the Vikes inbound. Epps brings it across. 3 in the air. This one's short. Rebound, Pope. Pope back outside to Thomas. His 3. Good. And timeout, Coach Chad Lance. So JT knocks down a 3. He's had a big game. Give him 13 in the game. And with 12.1 seconds to go, lead back down to 5 as the Vikings take a timeout.
Yeah, got to either get a steal or foul immediately. With a 5-point game, 12.1 seconds. You can't.
And I don't know who do you foul on this team? Who are you looking at the numbers there?
Looking down at the numbers, some of them that are out there. Anderson, not him. He's an 87% free throw shooter.
Not Isles. Don't foul.
Honore only 61%. Isles is a good shooter.
I don't think Honore's out there right now. I don't believe he's on the court right now.
Steinloggy 77%. So is Lysert out there? Let's see.
No, I don't think so.
No,
you got their better free throw shooters out there, I believe.
Carter 73%. So Coach duly thinking all right.
I'd foul E.J. Carter. He'd be the man.
Give you the shot. He's 70% free throw shooter, but let's see what he can do with it.
Okay, Steinleggett inbound. Pressure by the Vikes, and they immediately foul Todd Isles, which they had to do. Yeah. 11 seconds left. You can't be choosy on who you got to hack whoever gets the ball. Now Isles will be on the line for 2 shots. 5-point lead, 11.5 seconds left.
If the Vikings cannot come back, they'll drop to 4 and 7 in the league, and Baker will move up to 6 and 5. So they'll put themselves 2 games up on the Vikings wherever they finish and have won both games of the season series.
Isles' first shot's good, so he's hit 3 in a row now, and he's now in double figures with 10 points. He'll have one more as the Baker lead now 6. He pretty well put things out of reach for the Buccaneers. If he hits it here, it'll be a 3-possession game. 62-56. Isles with the second one. Missed it. Law Brown with a rebound. Vikes still breathing. Need a pretty quick 3, though. Epps across the timeline. He's a man that can do it. 3 in the air. Missed it. Rebound Diallo as he goes over the pack to get the rebound. And Baker comes into Marshall and comes away with a 62-56 win. The Cats led it pretty well from the middle of the first half on, and Vikes got within 4, but Baker made enough plays down the stretch to hold on, and they moved to 6 and 5 in conference play.
Boy, neither team scored that many points in the second half, but the Vikes couldn't overcome that 9-point deficit at the half. We'll be back with more.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
My backyard.
Oh, your backyard. Try telling a bear that.
I did, and this bear talked back.
Talking bear, that's rich.
No, wait, it was Smokey Bear.
Smokey? Why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
Continue.
I was burning yard waste.
No, boy.
He told me to burn legally and responsibly, and to remember that if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
And as always, he's right. You know, 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Yeah, I know that now.
Thanks to me.
Actually, thanks to Smokey.
As usual, the talking bear gets all the credit. Always burn responsibly and contact your local fire department for open burning regulations. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Low-scoring game, just the opposite of what we had on Thursday night. Chad Lance joins us 62-56. Coach, you held them to 24 second-half points. Unfortunately, we only had 29 in that second half.
Well, obviously, we won by 5 in the second half, but you know, we didn't even show up in the first half. We've struggled even in the games that we won down the stretch. I mean, let's face it, we didn't guard in many of those games, and we haven't guarded. And until we decide as a team that we want to sit down and guard people and prevent people from running offense, then you put a lot of stress on your defense, and it makes it really tough to win. I mean, it's no secret. Defending and rebounding. And
Look at our score, and you had 3 players today. Jordan Epps, of course, had another big game. Law Brown continues his play at 14. Jim Thomas had more, but you just didn't get much from the other guys in there. Those 3 guys would have carried you offensively, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, we're not the same team that we were a week ago, you know, and I've tried to explain to our guys is, you know, you've got to be able to withstand and maintain, and we haven't been able to withstand or maintain whatever momentum that we have, and we're not really playing well. I mean, we're just not. We're hanging on and we're showing spurts, but for a complete game, we're just not playing well. And you've done all of our games, and you know our starts have been bad. I mean, they've just been bad. So we've been playing catch up, and we've seen the ball go in the hole on the defensive end more times than not.
Mm-hmm. But defensively, again, if you get this kind of effort, what you had in the second half, if you can just carry that, bottle that, and take it with you to Benedictine and other places, you're going to still have a lot of success this season.
Yeah,
that was a heck of a second half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I challenged them at halftime, and I don't know why it takes us so long to get going, but it does. It does. I don't know if it's maturity. I don't know if we don't understand who we're playing against, and you know, if you want to be the upper echelon, then you've got to be able to defend and do the tough things. You know, it's easy to do all the glitz and glamour things and the things that you like to do, but what about the things that you don't like to do?
All right, Coach, week off, good thing? Would you rather have a game midweek?
I wish we were playing tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Ready to get right back after it.
Yeah, especially because we don't play again until Saturday. So, you know, it's definitely too long of a break. So, you know, we got to do some soul searching. We got to find out who we are.
All right, Coach, we'll talk to you Saturday.
All righty.
Thank you. Chad Lance joins us. Let's take a look at the scoring. First of all, I'll go over the scoring for the Wildcats. They were led by Ben Steinlage. He had 14, 10 apiece for Todd Isles and Corey Anderson, 7 for Julian Mills, 5 for Jordan Honore, 3 for E.J. Carter. Baba Diallo had 4. Kevin Lysott had 4, and 5 for Christopher Lockhart. How about for the Vikings?
Well, great effort again by Jordan Epps. 23 points, 10 out of 19 from the floor. Double figures performance for him. He'll up his average just a little bit with that performance. The conference leading scorer. Good game by Law Brown. Law 6 out of 10 from the floor, 14 points, 10 rebounds. So a double-double for Law in the game. A good second half for Jim Thomas. Jim came in and knocked down 2 threes in the second half. Really played well. He had 8 points in that second half. All in all in the game, he wound up in double figures with 13. And then it drops down to 2 points for both James Pope and Michael Connor. 1 point each for, it looks like, Kevin Stander and Kendall Hayes to round out the scoring. So really, you know, 3 players did most of the scoring for the Vikes tonight.
All right, shooting percentages. They shot 43% for the game. We shot 39. They were 35% from beyond the arc. 7 out of 20, but only 1 out of 10 in the second half. Vikings a little bit better, 6 out of 21, 31%. We were 4 out of 13 in the second half. But some of the guys you usually score for you didn't. Just a heck of a defensive effort, but well, a little time to regroup and go to Benedictine. This team's had a lot of success in Atchison.
Yeah, we played well out there. We got a big win out there, the last regular season game of the year last year. But, Ken, one more statistic. Look at the Vikings, 11 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
5 offensive rebounds by Lawrence Brown. And anytime you can get that many on the glass like that, you're hustling. And he played a good game.